Our country, so you know, because especially the young people, you've been lied to in your college classes when they tell you that our country was not built on Judeo-Christian values. When they tell you things that the Bible had no place in our culture, they're lying to you. In fact, I remember a time if you were going to testify in court, you would have to put your hand on the Bible and raise your hand and say that I swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. There was that point. The Bible was our first primary reading source for learning how to read in this country. Kids were taught to read from the scriptures. That book was not just the holy book, it was their learning book for reading. And so when we look at the nation of the United States, when we look at our country and we look at the history of it and we say, my goodness, this country had risen to material prosperity and military might so quickly in such a short period of time, and there was no question that many people would say that was God, that there was only one way that this nation could have ever risen to prosperity and a world power in the time that it did, because we're still relatively a young country and yet we're a world power. And so if we acknowledge that our country was built on Judeo-Christian values, then we have to acknowledge the minute, and we acknowledge that God's blessed the country, that we have to acknowledge that the minute we push God out of our lives, the minute we push God out of our government, the minute we push God out of our schools, we have to understand that judgment is going to come. That you can say, I don't want God in my life, but know this, the blessings of God are going to leave too. And people that have not really seen this, and Christian believers have to see this, that God is quickly departing from the United States.